spent about a week just kind of thinking about it and understanding what it would actually entail to do the actual job. We opened up a website. We kind of put together what the vision was, what in fact we were trying to do. We also opened it up so that people could donate onto the website. Signs, and with the signs we were able to generate more excitement, more interest. I did some open houses where we actually invited people to our house. They could ask questions, learn more about me. Ultimately, it felt that there was a disconnect between the citizens and our leadership, and the direction that we were going. And in talking with my neighbors, they felt the same, and I think they were ready for some change. When I looked at this election cycle, the appointed mayor was currently going up unopposed. I think when I looked at how our money was being spent, and some of the decisions that were made, I think this pool bond really just highlighted the disconnect between the citizens and the leadership. You know, when it was voted 90-10, I think that just really kind of highlighted the underlying problem, which was there was a disconnect there that the citizens weren't feeling like they were being heard. Financial standpoint, this entire, it didn't make any sense. And even the amount of money that we have spent in just trying to get a pool is we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and we still haven't gotten anywhere. And again, as a citizen, I was frustrated and felt, you know, that I'd be willing to throw my name in the hat, and I'd be willing to do it.
So it's a 4-year term, right?
Yep.
And what are some things you want to do? What will Mayor McDonnell, do as mayor?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, you know, I ran on a platform of communication, you know, so I think one of the first things that I want to do is just do a lot of listening to the city, getting to know the heads of the city, or the department heads, getting to know the department heads, getting to know the city council, but then going out to the citizens and conducting some roundtable discussions where I can really assess what the needs are. It was something that I felt like I just needed to do, and I just was focused on that, to be honest with you. And now that we're here, my focus now is the next step, which is leading the citizens and stepping into this role.
And you said your first thing of business is basically communicate.
Yeah.
That was your format, so to speak, when you're out canvassing this area for just over about 5 weeks or so. You wanted to talk with people and hear their concerns.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that ultimately that's who we're leading. You know, the community is the citizens, and as far as, you know, when I look at my 2-year-old, when he's my age, I want him to be excited about Camas then as well. I want him to be proud of what it is to be from here. And I think the decisions that we're making now and the direction we're making now is going to be very important to what that Camas looks like in 40 years. There's a lot of learning, you know. I mean, even this process, just even learning. I'm not a politician, so this is not an area that I'm familiar with. So there's a lot of learning that I have to do and a lot of understanding that I have to do. But I think, you know, what I can do is connect a lot of the dots. So I think as I've been out in the community and getting to know people, we have a lot of smart people, and I think a lot of the answers that we are trying to answer, a lot of the questions we're trying to answer are within our community here. And I think just connecting the dots and bringing those people together, that's what is exciting to me. You know, I think it's getting people involved, getting people passionate about the whole process. I mean, Camas is, I love this place. I love this town. This is where we wanted to set roots. This is where we wanted to call home. It's exciting to see people. It's exciting to talk with everyone else and them feel the same way, and to feel like they have a voice as well.
What's been the reaction from people around here, your neighbors, saying, "Hey, I live now next door to the..."
It's been exciting. I mean, it really has been exciting. It's an unbelievable community. This is where all our friends are. This is where we really set roots, and it would have been impossible without them, to be honest with you. So they really are a part of this just as much as I am.
It's been 25 years since someone in Clark County has done this. Very exciting. It's crazy. Yeah. We feel really grateful. We feel like this is something that resonated with Camas, and I think it was time. Mom. Never heard of anyone doing this, had succeeding in this, but it was something that we were willing to try and to try our very best, and we had fantastic support from the community, so that we were able to put it out in a big way. I don't know if Barry told you about the kitchen table project, but that was my big thing, was getting his name and vision on the kitchen table of everyone in Camas. And with the support that we received from the community, we were able to fund the mailers that made that possible. So getting those postcards out with his face, with his ideas for the future of Camas, we were able to do that. We sent out 10,000 postcards to the whole city. The entire postage thing cost about $4,000.
And let's talk about how much you guys raised. Under $7 grand
in a very short period of time, yes.
And you guys were just canvassing the neighborhood, walking around saying, hey, you guys want change, this is Barry.
Honestly, we didn't even do that. It was just a lot of social media. We used Facebook, we used Nextdoor. We ended up getting people to sign up for an email list. We have about 100 contacts on the email list. And then it was just word of mouth from the people that we did reach. It resonated in a way that they were willing to share with their friends and neighbors, and it blew my mind the amount of feedback that we got. Just so much positive feedback, so many people understanding and saying, yeah, me too. That's exactly how we feel too. We felt there was a lot of infrastructure issues in Camas that still needed to be mended and looked into before we made any sort of big want, as we put it. That kind of bond, it didn't feel responsible to us. It didn't feel like maybe the right thing to do, like maybe we needed to take care of the base level before we started to go to that level of cool stuff. The fundraising, we ended up making about $6,700 between platforms and between people coming to the house and offering checks to go towards the campaign. So we made about $6,700, and we ended up spending, Barry and I ended up putting in, I think, $148 at the very end of it. So that was our cost at the end of it, and the rest was raised by Camas.
So
it was amazing.
As much as for this mayoral race as you did your wedding.
That's correct. Yes.
So talk about that. I mean,
yes.
I mean, under $7 grand for a wedding. Not bad.
I think it's our lucky number. And you know, our son was born on 777, so 7 is a good number for us. Yeah. So we got married. It'll be in January 16 years ago. And I was saying to Barry, we ended up spending about the same amount on our wedding back then as we did on this campaign. And both of them have the chance to be very successful and fruitful. We've had an amazing marriage. It has been a wonderful journey. And I think that this mayorship is going to be a wonderful thing too, not only for us, of course, but for the entire city of Camas. I'm super excited what this is going to bring, and I'm excited for what Barry is going to bring.